Fingers crossed, toes crossed. Okay, short briefing. Weather is going to be fair weather. Time is going to be noon, straight up noon. Original idea here is to hold runway vector. We're going to climb about 700 feet per minute to keep it simple. We're looking for an indicated airspeed of 130 knots. As soon as we get up and get assembled, we're going to turn a little bit left. I think heading bug, what did I say? Turn to heading bug 170.
User joined your channel.
Going to climb to 10,000 feet straight away. Just keep cooking. We get assembled. We're going to turn, like I said, we're going to turn left to a heading bug of about 170 until we find that funky river. It's a great big river. Lots of cool scenery. So you won't be able to miss it. I'll point it out if you do. And then we will follow that river down southwest, mostly southish. And then we're going to jump off and head for our midpoint destination, which is November Zulu Hotel Kilo and I can't even say it. It's cool. Who's not ready to go? That's nobody. Watch me for the roll. Climbing at 700 feet per minute, I pop some smoke so you guys can keep up. Holding runway vector, which I make to be about 220 degrees true. Try to get close if you can. We'll execute our turn left to a heading bug of approximately 170 degrees. Hey, Oli, your gear's still down, mate. There you go. There you go. Flashing his 412. He likes that chopper. He flies it a lot. FLCAS in his Australian Customs Service. Great livery choice, man. Great aircraft. Woo, that looks nice. Eagle in a Canberra, which looks to be headed for the ground right about now. I might be able to stay in the air at 130 knots. Me in a newly re-ramped version of the T-50. Trying to fix it up so it has some better ground handling capabilities and stuff, because who was it last week or a couple weeks ago was not happy with it, and they were correct. It's the ground handling is like it's got flat tires, and two people, Ozzy and who else had a problem with it, said, I gotta fix it. So I fixed it, but they haven't responded to me yet at testing, so I'm flying the advanced version. They got nothing yet. Yeah, you. Did you see my my PM on the forum? He's looking to see now. That's hilarious. Okay, watch me for the left turn to heading bug 170. Maintain a climb rate of 700. Maintain altitude or a climb rate and a velocity. Please stand by. Mark, turning left, heading bug 170. Continue climbing to 10,000 feet, please. Man, this stuff is pretty.
We look to have a balloon joining us.
Ooh, that'll be interesting, eh? A 2F balloon. It's yellow. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. I probably don't have the model. So 6 of us tonight. They're lost. They're missing this great scenery. I don't know. Looking behind me. Wow. I did something interesting. You guys have probably already done it, but old people start slow. I'm taking all of this ortho photo stuff that Oli's been popping up, and I'm putting it all in one folder, World Orthographic Scenery, I call it, so that no matter where I go, I have the latest, greatest of what we have already uploaded. And so far, it's working great, except for the folder's like 50 gigs so far.
It seems to be averaging about 2 gigabytes a flight, depending on the length of the flight.
Some of them seem to overlap as I load them into this folder, and whatever I see, oh, it's gonna, you want to overwrite that? Sure, you know, but I separate everything out into the models and ortho photos and blah blah blah, airports, blah blah blah. but it's worked fabulous, and now it's all in one place. I don't have to go searching through 300 different, like, which folder do you want to use, dude? Just use this one. Okay. I thought for sure things would F up, but it seems to be okay so far.
It's weird things, scenery. I'm working on this Falklands thing, and the default flight gear puts in yachts into the Falklands scenery, which wouldn't really be there in the middle of a war, and I cannot find how to get shut of them. You know, like they do tankers and cargo ships.
Oh my god, yachts, or like cruise ships.
No, little sailing boats, but they're sort of tied up against the jetty where the main hospital base was.
Well, I take it back, the Canberra is hanging in there just fine. Do you have to drop any flaps to keep that in the air, Eagle, or is it just flying? I noticed the nose is way up. There's our river, see it? Climbing through 6,800 feet. I am at 130 knots indicated. I am heading 170 heading bug, which translates to 193 degrees true. We're just going to get to the river, and we're going to continue to follow that wherever it may go.
I'm still struggling a little bit with AC3D and texture files. Some models have loads and loads of textures, and they seem to have them all working at the same time and not interfering with any of the other ones. But when I add them in and stuff, it seems to overwrite the old model. And it's very difficult to be able to select stuff as well.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that. Seems to me, depending on if are you converting between different types of object or different types of what am I talking about here? Like between .ac and .obj or whatever.
Well, what I've been doing is I've been using Model Converter X and saving them as what's DEA1. It's one of the ones what Blender opens. Then I open it in Blender, then save it as an AC3D, and it saves all the texture details. But then the FlightSim X texture files normally are bitmaps, which you can't see, so I have to convert them to DDSs.
Okay, there's another piece of software. At break, I'll pop off and find out what it is, but basically it takes all those .ddss and will turn them all into stuff that you can actually use, not
I've got the very old program, which is DXT or something. It's an old flight sim conversion program.
That might be it.
But you have to do them one at a time. I haven't found out how to do batch conversions yet.
There is no batch conversion in that application, man. It's a pain in the ass, but it's the best there is for turning DDSs into bitmaps, BMPs.
Now, Walter was saying that you can have multiple texture files. You can have them in there, but the problem is you can only seems to be only being able to select one at once. And when you select the next one, it overwrites everything else you've done.
That you're above my head, man. It's like each object has its, or each surface has its own graphics file that uses for texture. I haven't seen any have multiple ones on a. I've never seen that. But he's wiser about that stuff than me. I'm just a dummy.
Yeah, well, you know, if it isn't too complicated, you can sort of like add them into one graphics file, so you got them all available in one place. You know, like maps and names of ships and stuff. So you can select it and add it into the, you know, paint the model with it. And then when you put it into flight gear, it turns it all ass about face and undoes all your hard work. So you have to go and unzip it all, put it all back to its all backwards way around, and it seems to display okay in flight gear.
Look at all the shit you figured out, man. It's FM. It's fucking magic. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I'm learning a little bit of modelling with it as well.
No, you have to learn if you're going to make your own airplanes or your own scenery or your own models, whatever you're going to do. Eventually, you need to learn a little bit of everything because you just got to learn a little bit of everything. Otherwise, you won't get what you want. Ooh, look at this stuff. I'm over the river. I changed my heading. Hopefully, you guys figured that out. I'm now at heading bug 180. Actual heading 203 degrees. Still just approaching 10,000 feet, 130 knots. We're going to follow this river until it goes like dry or stupid or whatever it does, and then we're going to cut right and go about due west until we pick up the heading for our midpoint airport, which is again November Zulu Hotel Kilo. And we'll track that down and land there. They seem to be leveling at 10,000 feet. Ooh, the view behind is fabulous. Oh my goodness. I'm actually surprised I dumped all of my orthographic scenery into one folder, and it just seems to be working fine no matter where I spawn in the world. I have anything we've ever uploaded, it's there already. I was in Dusseldorf. I was surprised because where did I start at? I don't even remember. Oh, Las Vegas. Started in Las Vegas, ended up popping in over Dusseldorf, and all the Coolio scenery was there. Boom!
Yeah, I just wish I could make it on my best machine. It's some weird bloody thing going on.
Oh, there's always something weird going on, mate.
I've got my old PC and my new games machine. But on my new games machine, there's some peculiar thing won't let me do flights. There's some permission denied using Microsoft Explorer, but I can do routes on my old PC, but then it takes twice as bloody long to generate it.
Oh God, it never ends, man. It never ends.
But it lets me do on my games machine. I can do individual tiles, individual airports, and I can do a block of area. It's just routes it won't do.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's a bloody pain in the derriere.
Oh God. Alex got me working on it after last week. We talked about this. People in there are no Beechcraft AT-10s currently flying. There's a fancy schmancy museum in the United States. I'll think of its name when I'm not drinking. And basically, they really want a flight gear flying version of that AT-10. So I just jumped on it this week, and the model is so detailed that, like with the engine, every bolt, every nut, every washer is modeled. Every effing one. So you can imagine how big, even for one engine, the model size or the how big the file size is for that. I mean, oh my God, the spark plugs. Oh, here's the chains. There's a chain drive that retracts or extends the landing gear. Every link, right side, left side, end pin, other end pin, the securers, what I call them, little cotter pins or whatever. Every individual piece that makes up that, I don't know, 500 link chain is modeled. Every fucking one of them. Oh my God. It's beautiful, but it's gonna have to go away in flight gear. It will be dragged to 1 FPS.
Well, who did the original modeling? Them.
It was done in SketchUp. I'm sure it was done by an engineer who drew the aircraft as it should be.
Yeah, well, I used to be an engineer for machines, and most companies now, they use stuff like SolidWorks, and they do everything in 3D, and then produce 2D drawings from that.
They used SketchUp, which most of the textures are all material textures. There's very few JPEGs, PNGs, whatever. Things like serial number plates and things like that have graphics textures, but all of the stuff on the aircraft is actually done by a material, and that's just crazy. But it looks great as a static model. I mean, to look at it, converted it from whatever the SketchUp is, skp.skp, and then you convert it, and to look at it, it's just like knocks your drawers off. Trying to fly with all those individual parts, I don't know. It's like I told Alex, I'll just build it, put all the detail back in, and then start reducing detail you can't see. I mean, you can't see that chain we're talking about. It's buried in the cell, gone. The internal structure, the bones and the frames and the wings and the airframe, it's modeled in detail. I mean, there's hundreds of individual parts. They got to go. You can't see them anyway. What's the point? Oh my God!
How do you convert them from SketchUp?
See, what did I do? I actually downloaded a professional trial version of SketchUp, converted the .skp file to .3ds, exported it as .3ds, imported .3ds into AC3D, and converted it to .ac.
Yeah,
how did I learn to do this? Trial and error. Get my brain speed up. God, this scenery is fabulous. Okay, watch me for the turn right. We're going to turn right to, what was it? Shit. We're going to turn right to Heading Bug 250. Heading Bug 250, my mark. Stand by. Mark, turn it right. Heading Bug 250. Maintain altitude and airspeed, please.
Yeah, I did manage to find a 2017 version of SketchUp, which sort of does works without, these trial periods, and not trying to get you to buy a copy and stuff. But then I lost it all when my machine got zapped and had to rebuild it from scratch again.
I'm completely cool with buying stuff that I'm going to use all the time, every day, and that would be AC3D. Blender's fabulous. I use it for certain things, but it's way above my head. I'm not smart enough to make it go. But like SketchUp, it's just like, for what we're doing, SketchUp's not the best bet.
Now, some of their models are very boxy, some of the early stuff.
Oh, this one we have for the AT-10 is absolutely viciously beautiful. I mean, extremely detailed and wonderful. The problem is it's like literally 100 times as much stuff as we need. You can't see it, don't model it, or don't give it an object name, because you can't see it. I mean, all that internal stuff for the engine and stuff, probably going to end up cutting the front out of it and getting rid of everything else, just so I can literally reduce the file size by a factor of 1,000. All I need is a surface, because that's all you're going to see from the front of the aircraft is the cylinder heads and the cooling louvers and that stuff. You're not going to see the center of the cylinder heads and all the bolts that hold that stuff together. That's crazy. I mean, it's just crazy. I'd love to leave that detail there, but it'll kill it for using it in flight gear, which is what I think they want to do, is have a flying and actually flight sim flyable model. I know I would.
Yeah, well, been trawling through all the stuff on the various archives for vehicles and stuff, and it's quite interesting. But the weird one is helicopters. I went some static helicopters, and when you take, like even the ones for flight gear, the rotors disappear or are not attached to the bodies. Don't quite know how that works, but the ones do fly. But
I've had that a lot when you do conversions, like from a .mdl or a .skp or whatever. It's never 100%. I mean, we give up all the animated services if it's like in a. My big thing is Warbirds from Flight Simulator 2004 or whatever, and they were all done in .mdls, and some of them are fabulous. Look at the B-26. The problem is that when you convert them, they lose all of the animations and sometimes lose all of the rename the graphics files. You have to go in and open the .ac file, right click, open it with a Notepad or WordPad with an editor, and physically go through line by line and fix the mistranslations. You can go, this is ridiculous, but the reward for that is to end up with an incredibly detailed aircraft with all the animations. It just takes hours and hours and hours of painstaking staring at lines of code until you go mad and have to consume alcohol. Not that it's ever happened to me.
I believe you.
You're an idiot. Medicine. That freaking Canberra looks pretty sexy, man. I thought, why is he bringing that piece of shit? And then I thought, now that I'm looking at it, it's like, that's pretty cool, man. How is that thing flying, Flash? Or Eagle, I'm sorry.
Well, it was, even though it was a bomber, it was more like, behaved like a fighter, didn't it? Even, it was about the only plane the Americans actually bought.
It's freaking me out that it stays in the air at 130 knots.
Well, that's what they use for photo spying and stuff before they did the U-2. They put bigger wings on it, I think, and flew it higher.
It's a very handsome airplane. I was surprised.
But I think it's the only air the USA bought off Britain.
There's Porky. Porky.
That balloon's shadowing us at 18 miles behind. I don't know how it's doing that unless somebody's towing it.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, sir.
I was a bit late starting, so I'm catching up. Where are you?
I don't know. Stand by. Um, ain't really any airports near us. Your best bet is November Zulu Whiskey Sierra, and soon we're going to be turning left here. But if you spawn at NZWS and go like hell, you might catch up.
That's right, my pilot list just come back.
Boom!
I can see you.
I see you. I know stuff. And I hope you guys are enjoying the scenery because this is really spectacular. Looking off my port wing there as we come into that valley and come across that valley, it's like, oh my God. Isn't this this where like the Lord of the Rings and stuff is filmed?
Somewhere in New Zealand, yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, the film director, he's got a massive collection of warbirds, hasn't he, Jackson?
Well, that's why he would choose this part of the world. Oh my God. I'm like looking at the erosion points and like the little fissures and stuff where waters run down from the top of this stuff and eroded things. It's like, God. I was born too late. I should have been born a few thousand years ago. In New Zealand. Or maybe St. Louis. I'm not sure. Ah! Ah! Sorry about that. Lagging out. I'm looking around and looking at stuff. Holy shit. What was that?
Listen to the melody in every single word I speak.
Runway vector at our midpoint destination, November Zulu Hotel Kilo is, what's it again? .237 degrees. So we're going to follow this course heading as a bug until our heading bug says 237. Then we're going to roll left. We'll come straight in on the dang runway. It's pretty easy stuff. I'm just enjoying looking at everything and wow.
Although anything is easily explained to you, there's no show my emotions are all too true. I'm neither acting nor I'm changing personality. Won't you listen, love? Have you ever tried to live without? Did you ever know what it's all about? It's the sound of the wind that is blowing my mind. It's the beat of the earth making me sleep.
Oh, just taking the time to shoot from another aircraft perspective in the flight just to see what they see scenery wise. Presently shooting from F-LCAS perspective, looking straight down on the various rivers and whatever. And oh my God, this is good. Nice scenery. Oh my goodness. flash. Ah. Police perspective, same thing. Cool stuff, cool stuff.
Listen to the song I sing. Find a world you've never
There goes flight gear.
Ah, you got a game crash?
let your dreams.
Certainly have.
Oops. That's just plain weird. Watch me for the turn left to our midpoint destination, currently GPS FMS 230. Stand by. Mark, turning left, GPS FMS 230. We'll have to correct this to the right because I've been not paying attention. Imagine that!
Doesn't like the server. It just crashed as soon as I tried to click on multiplayer.
Jeez, I wish I knew what was going on with your machine, man.
It's fine when it's not multiplayer. Been playing on it hours and hours and no problem. It's only when it...
That's the story of my life. It all works great until I enter multiplayer, and then it's like, that's why FlightNight is such a, it's like, sometimes a shitstorm. It's like, ah! It all worked fine when I played it all out and planned it all out, and now there's 7 or 8 aircraft here and nothing works! It's not my fault. But to add fuel to the fire, this is why we specify particular aircraft, because if you turn it into a free-for-all, anybody can bring anything they want, anytime, anywhere, you can't get anything done. We're just dead in the water every week. You gotta narrow the field in terms of aircraft choices, otherwise there's things that from all kinds of places that you run all over the internet, find them, load them down, and to find out they crash flight gear repeatedly over MP because they were never designed to work over MP.
Optimized.
Optimized. Well said. Boom. You get 50 FGUK bucks. I think that's worth about.
Which server is everybody using? 'Cause it doesn't like O1. It just crashes as soon as I select it.
I was just going to say everybody uses O1.
It's the only one I ever use. Everything else is like so iffy.
As soon as I press the net button, it just goes.
No. Okay, humor me for a minute. We're going to turn to heading bug 200 momentarily till we get ourselves back lined up again with where we're going, okay? So stand by. Left turn to heading bug 200, my mark. Stand by. Maintain altitude and airspeed, please.
Roger, flight.
Mark, turning left, heading bug 200. Maintain altitude and airspeed. We are 21 minutes out of November Zulu Hotel Kilo, which will be our midpoint break and refresh and refuel point.
Cool.
Canberra looks super sexy now.
Can it even do 130?
I've been asking all night, are you like got to drop, like click a flaps to pull that off? But he's hanging right in there, man.
Yeah, I've had to put one click on.
Oh yeah, no doubt with that aircraft. 130 knots is like 20 knots above landing speed.
Yes.
Kind of.
Oh, we are on live. I didn't check. Sorry.
No, fair weather.
Roger.
Which I'm going to refresh. Helps a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah, I still got a bit of haze in the distance, but
It
I can
still
see
looks amazing.
it does look bloody amazing. I must come to this place at one time when I win the lottery.
Sorry about that. Shooting around, lagged out. For GPS FMS 237, we're 5 degrees off, and then we're going to turn slightly right. We're 17 minutes out of midpoint.
Roger, flight. I'm currently off your 10 o'clock.
Let's see.
I've got the camera in front of me, I can hear her.
The hell is that? Oh, an
Mind you, if you
APS.
think about it, it's got a bloody massive wing on it, because it was a bomber, wasn't it? The Canberra. So it must be able to fly fairly slowly. And she looks a pretty one as well.
Oh yeah, and a very attractive aircraft, eh?
The co-pilot navigator got the short straw with that aircraft, didn't he? Sat in the, they call it the coal shuttle.
Coal scuttle.
Yeah, well, they shut him in the nose cone, didn't they, with a tiny little window. He didn't sit with the pilot, you know, like a normal aircraft. He was shoved in the nose with all the radars and stuff.
Video, you just glitched a couple of times, is that?
Yeah, it's happening. I've got some crazy. Of course, I'm changing my views and stuff, so sorry about that.
All right, okay, yeah.
There you go.
I just tried to come over to see you, and as I was coming over, I noticed you were pinging.
I got some weird grabby frame rates.
Whoa!
Trying to correct. Trying to correct. My internet connection ain't been shit lately either. It's just like I look up, I'm working on airplanes and trying to upload something. I look at my modem and go like, "Hey, shit, I'm offline. Damn it!"
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's like, come on. Well, it's going to take 23 hours and 7 minutes to upload. Why? Oh, because I'm offline.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the internet over here sucks.
Ollie, why are you so far back?
He's hiding.
I crashed and I had to restart. I started at the midpoint and I'm on a reciprocal course heading towards the
Oh,
crowd.
yeah, I see it now, yeah.
Didn't like server 01, so I'm just trying server 19, what says London.
Okay, yeah, well, whatever works.
Use what
FlightNight.
works. Use what works. Whoa.
Fucking hell, he called up quick.
Well, he's coming head on. I mean, the closing speed's like a couple of hundred knots.
Yeah, the magic tricks work.
Oh.
Yeah, but we used to find that if you use the acceleration key, it would make everybody rubber band.
It can. It'll catch
No.
up though eventually.
I've got the moving map on another computer that can drag my
Yeah, you were
aircraft.
talking about that the other day. You have to explain how that works one day.
Yeah, well, my second machine, I've got it running, and it's giving a moving map with all the aircraft and the route. But if once you're off the ground, you can drag the aircraft to get in line and stuff and catch up and what have you.
Yes, I remember you talking to Stuart about it.
Stand by for correction to GPS FMS 237, which is runway heading for our midpoint. Stand by.
Roger, flight standing by.
Doesn't work when you're on the ground because it normally digs the undercarriage into the ground, and if there's any height change.
Yeah, I remember you said that as well.
Alright, watch me for a slight turn to GPS FMS 237 degrees, 237 my mark. Maintain altitude and airspeed for this moment. Stand by. Mark, turning right, 237 GPS FMS. Maintain altitude and airspeed. Altitude 10,000 feet. Airspeed 130 indicated.
That bloody camera looks like a bird of prey behind you.
I think it's gorgeous, especially with the wing tanks. Super sexy now. We will begin a minus 700 foot per minute descent into midpoint destination of November Zulu Hotel Kilo. We're about 10 minutes out. We're going to start descending, so watch me for a minus 700 foot per minute descent. Stand by. Mark, sending. Maintain altitude or maintain airspeed and heading, please. Descending at 2,800 feet.
I thought you said 700.
No, 700 feet per minute. We're descending to 2,800 feet.
Sorry, so target altitude is 2,800 feet.
Target altitude will be 2,800 feet, or we're descending from 10,000 at 700
Roger.
minus 700 feet per minute. Sorry, try not to.
Roger, flight. Sorry, no.
Trying not to be confusing, but you know, it happens. It's flight night. Blah, 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 blah.
Wow, look at this fucking group here. 4 of us.
Ooh, it's fabulous. Flash. That's a little hazy, but still looks freaking great. I love this orthographic stuff, man. Orthophoto stuff. It's killing me.
Can you say again your heading, please?
Currently heading is GPS FMS 237.
Can you do it in a squeaky voice and then just go through the whole lot again, yeah?
My current heading is GPS FMS.
Are we landing here, mister?
What's the target speed?
130 knots. 237. GPS 7 is 237. Is that all loud?
I don't know, what was it?
Oh. Oh, some good video. Oh my goodness. God, that
Oh,
scenery
fuck.
looks...
Look
What?
left. Look left. Jesus.
Oh yeah, holy shit. Looking over your left wing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude, this ortho scenery stuff, it just keeps getting better. I don't know what it is. Sending through 7,200 feet on my way to 2,800 feet.
Roger, flight just passing 7,200 feet, 130 knots, heading to 36.9.
Look at you! 5 minutes out, boys and girls.
You appear to be drifting left, Voodoo. Oh, no, everybody's going left. What the fuck?
Probably wind. I mean, wind. I mean, could be wind. Increasing descent rate to 1,000 feet per minute. Minus 1,000. My mark. Stand by. Mark descending at 1,000 feet per minute. Maintain. GPS FM is 238 degrees 130 knots indicated. Amen. Ooh, I love this interplay between the hills and the land and the colors and the water. Oh my God. Communications established. Not me. I speak Norwegian. Yeah. Or Latin when I really want to be a dick. I've developed a lot of crow friends since I've been retired. I've been soliciting the neighborhood crows as people to give me information and tell me what's going on in the world, and feeding them cat food, and I cook little eggy bit things for them with eggs and Parmesan cheese and stuff, so enticing them to my area.
Fucking hell.
I know, but you know, they are my best buddies now. And the things that they know and the things that they'll tell you are unbelievable. They're incredibly smart.
So what's the wife and the dog left it then?
Not yet.
They will do.
I don't know. I got one of
I'm only joking.
I know, they won't leave me. I'm the one with all the... Never mind.
Yes, the Corvid class of bird is quite smart.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. They say they're smarter than apes, and after what I've observed the last 7 months, because I can actually go out there when they call me and watch them interact, it's like,
Oh,
my
they
God.
call you. Hi,
Yeah.
Voodoo. Hi, Voodoo. Can you just pop outside?
They have their particular series of cause. They have a language, man. I
Yes.
thought it was
And they
bullshit.
get pissed off when you fucking tell it back to them as well. Because
Oh,
I've got
yeah.
them over here, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
replicate what they call and send it back, and they get all pissy about it.
Oh yeah, they didn't like that at all. If you use like a crow call, nah, your accent's horrible.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Okay, you guys see the runway? We're way high.
I'd have to call it quits because it's just crashed about 5 times every time I try and connect to MP.
Ah, shit, maybe you can bounce back in at midpoint.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Oh God, you got to figure out what's going on with you. Hey, I'm descending at 2,000 feet per minute, trying to get back on track here, guys. GPS FMS 235, descending at 2,000 feet per minute, maintaining 130 knots. I think we can still set down here. I stopped bullshit.
Yeah, I just gone free stick and just bailed all the fucking flats out.
I gotta tell you that. Find a way to land. We'll be turning left. It's a cool little park-up place here on the left, so you guys can get it done. Sonny especially, because she can just like.
Okay, I'm going in. I've remembered to put me spinny things out this time.
Me spinny things. That didn't come up
Yeah,
right.
black spinny things. Wheels. Okay, down and rolling.
The rubber. Wow, I can see you from up here. Oh my God, the rubber spinny things. I'm down rolling. Rolling past where I wanted to be, but that's because we started too damn high. Watch this.
We're FGUKers, so we can do it.
Oh yeah. Just unlock the tail wheel and spin her around. 180. Now I see a commander coming right on and wants to eat me for breakfast. Yes, all my crows have names too, man.
I just fallen off the end of the runway. So I'm coming round on full flaps at low speed. I don't know if I'm going to make it.
You're okay. You're okay.
Okay, landing part 2. Part 2.
Part 2. Ooh, Sami, very nice flying. Perfect. Perfect. And Flash as well. Well done. Woohoo! Becoming quite the accomplished chopper pilot there, my friend. Sweet. All right, don't forget to fuel up if you need it. And take a few minutes break, 5 to 10 minutes. Then off we go to our final destination, November Zulu Charlie. November Zulu Charlie Hotel. Christchurch International. Cool airport. You'll probably have shit frame rates, but why would you be different? That Karen Burr is tearing its wings off on that building over there. Oh my God, you're going to get a bill for that, Bill. Eagle's going to get a bill, doo-da, doo-da. I'll be back. I'm sticking my tongue out. Stuart seemed kind of upset about the Scottish haka that I pointed, didn't he? This is like, didn't he? Maybe it's just me. my concept is to depart this place. We're looking for a GPS FMS of 125. Initially, I'm going to hold a heading bug of 124, which is about runway vector. We're again going to climb to 10,000 feet. We're going to maintain 130 knots indicated. Weather's the same, fair weather. Time is 1 p.m. There you go. There you go. Whoa, that ran me over, dude. Ah!
Yeah, sorry, dude.
That's okay. If I'm in the way, just smack me down. Ooh, that's some pretty airplanes. Again, the objective is to hold runway vector. Make it to be GPS FMS 14567. We're going to climb at 700 feet per minute to 10,000 feet. Again, we're looking for 130 knots as a cap airspeed. Heading for the east coast of New Zealand. Watch me, here we go. How about 24? Ooh, cool screen name. What? Present heading bug 124 degrees, actually 14567, 147. Climbing at 700 feet per minute. I'm going to correct course to GPS FMS 124 degrees which will intersect us with Christchurch International on the East Coast. Stand by. Continue climbing. Maintain 130 knots indicated. Follow me. Watch for the turn. Stand by. Mark. Turning left. GPS FMS 124 degrees. Continue climbing 10,000 feet. I'm going to increase the climb rate to 900 feet per minute. 900 feet per minute. My mark. Stand by. Boom. Climbing at 900 feet per minute. 130 knots. GPS FMS 124. 35 minutes out. Woohoo, look at this cool stuff ahead. Oh.
Awesome.
Oh my God, I can't believe this ortho scenery stuff. Jeez Louise. Check out this lake. Oh my God. Hey, Porky, your canopy's open, mate. There you go. There you go.
It's closed now.
Yes, it is.
It was a bit warm up here, so well, that edge of the lake is not as shit as it used to be, is it?
No. Oh my God. This stuff looks good. Shooting from Eagle's perspective in that Canberra. High frame rates. Nice scenery. Beautiful airplanes. I mean,
Now, to me, that Canberra looks a bit shiny.
yeah, that would be depending on what aircraft you're flying. And I think that P-38 doesn't have the, there's a correction in the set file for that. May not have it. The next version, I'll fix that.
No, don't change it. I love it.
Oh no, it'll just keep that shit from looking shiny, mate.
I said the Canberra looks shiny.
Yeah, but it looks shiny because of the setting in the set file of how it renders that stuff in your aircraft. The fault is, the shiny fault is in your airplane.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
sorry. Yeah.
No, it was confusing the shit out of me when I first heard it too. I'm going like, why does my airplane affect what somebody else's looks like over MP? Because all of those parameters are defined in the set file.
Ah.
It's like I've been redoing MP stuff so on the Da Vinci aircraft, so that when you unlock the tail wheel goes the right direction, and you can see all that shit over MP. Open canopies, wheels turning, rear wheels turning. I'm trying to make everything that you can see in the aircraft available over MP, and it's made me a little bit crazy, but it's cool. I'm all about the MP thing, man. I just like, that's my deal with flight gear now.
Also, I can say is kudos, mate, because that is a
thank you.
fucking Herculean task to do that.
Oh, I'm having fun, especially now that I'm retired. It's like I can do it all day. I mean, literally, just spent the entire week, 7, 8, 9 hours a day working on this project with Alex, the AT10, and it looks cool, but it's still got a lot of hours needed. My big thing is MP. If I can't see it over MP, I don't give a shit. Ooh, oh my goodness. Climbing through 6,400 feet on my way to 10,000 feet. 130 knots indicated. We're about 28 minutes out of our final destination. November Zulu. Yeah, what's wrong with me tonight? Charlie Hotel. Probably alcohol. Nah.
That's probably too much Charlie in the hotel.
Boom! That's what I'm saying. Stupid Charlie. Oh.
I can't get back to my aircraft.
What? Oh, you in third person?
I'm watching the camera, but I can't get the fucking pilot list to come back up.
Oh, God.
Please come back.
Come back. Come, Auntie-M! Auntie-M!
There it is.
Oh, yeah, boom! Oh, my God, I'm shooting from your perspective, looking at this valley off to our starboard side that rolls down in there, and the little mountains with the little skiffs of snow on the top. Oh, my God, this stuff looks so good.
Awesome. What's that red stuff on the ground there? Is that like heather or something?
I don't see red stuff.
Off to your left, 11 o'clock.
Oh, I see that. I don't know what that is, mate.
And we've got yellow patches as well. Ollie, what's that? Oh, he's gone.
Yellows and greens and reds. Oh, my. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
And then you've got snow on the downside of this slope. Weird.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm not sure it's actually 100% accurate, but like I'm looking over your port wing now, looking down that valley. Oh my God! Little skip to cloud going by, little hills. I don't need to go here now. I think I've seen it. Probably not, but. No more smoke, you guys have figured out where I am. (9,300 feet on my way to 10,000 feet. GPS FMS 124. 130 knots indicated. Everything's just humming along, just humming. Haven't game crashed, haven't had a shit fit yet tonight, screamed and yelled profanities like my Tourette's style voodoo wants to do. Anybody else watch that? I don't remember where the series was originally. Vikings. It's like been running for 7 years. I don't know how many episodes. Anybody else watch that?
Sorry, I had a break from my earphones. Repeat, please.
Have anybody else watched that? There's I think it's Netflix originally did a series called Vikings. I think it's filmed in Ireland with an international cast. And for whatever reason, I thought, I'm gonna look at one of these. I was in between working on airplanes and thought I need to make my mind do something weird. And because I usually don't watch TV or movies or any of that stuff. And turn this on, now I'm freaking addicted to that. The Vikings series. Anybody else looking at that?
I'm aware of it, but I don't watch it.
I didn't want to watch it. I watched one episode and went, what happened after that? Now I'm stuck. I am at 10,000 feet, 130 knots, GPS FMS 124. We are 21 minutes and 22 seconds out of our final destination, which is just about right. It's like somebody plans this crap. It's like it's just like it's a flight plan. Oh my God, I love this craggy stuff up ahead of us.
Definitely New Zealand.
I've never been. Have you been?
No.
Oh my
One
God.
day. Oh, by the way, I've had a toothache at the back, and that's why I'm speaking funny.
Oh my. What happened to the tooth, man?
Abscess.
Oh my. Ouch.
It's not too bad.
I hate pain. I'm usually pain intolerant, but I think I got a tear in my rotator cuff on my right shoulder, and I gotta go see a specialist on Friday. But ever increasing in the last 5 or 6 weeks, it's like the only peace I get is when I manage to fall asleep and put it in just the right place. Other than that, it just hurts all the time. I hate that. Getting old is not for sissies, boys and girls. Beats the alternative 8-1, as I have friends who have been denied the opportunity to get old, but it's not for sissies, so gird your loins.
What's the best time for dentists?
When's
2:30.
2:30, why?
Tooth hurty.
That's funny shit. My brother was a
Ching
dentist.
ching.
Boom, boom. 2:30. Yeah, thanks, Flash. We got that. My brother was a dentist. He did all my dental work. Now he's retired, and I have to find a real dentist. But you know, none of them are as good as my brother was. Oh my God, he's a good. Oh my God. This is one of those dentists that's like probing your tooth and whatever, and you go like, you flinch or whatever. He's go, did that hurt? And you're like, yeah. Oh, I can't have that. I can't have pain because that makes people not want to come back and get shit done. So he fix it. Find a way to fix it. It's like, he never hurt me, ever. Plus, I have a love affair with this dental hygienist, so not love affair, just crush. She's so hot. Virtual smoke show.
You know this is live, yeah?
Oh shit! Was that out loud? It's okay, D. It's okay. I was just making it up as I go. Oh my goodness. So we lost Oli. This is his scenery, and we lost him. Oh my God, this is well worth the trip, man. Oh my God. We gotta figure out what's wrong with his install.
Wow, nice lake off to the left.
Oh my God, this is like so real. Just, jeez Louise. frame rates are still reasonable for me. Probably killing you guys, but oops, say no more. Big lag. Well, Canberra is very easy on the eyes and the frame rates, man. Shooting through respects of Eagle. Very, very nice. Looks nice. Looks nice. Nice choice.
I think I started the weirdness off last week with the Grizzly.
Oh no, we always expect someone to be weird.
Voodoo, calling Voodoo. Can you pop smoke? I can't see you.
Pop smoke. Finally got some.
Ah, you're over there. Yeah.
I'm over. Yeah, I was back behind.
Head of the
you.
choppers.
Head of the choppers.
Ah, fuck it. We'll have to have a Canberra night. Stirs a lot of memories.
Oh my. Turgid.
Uh-oh, don't like the look of that.
I heard some weird sounds.
Sound needs fixing on that.
Nah, it's a bug in flight gear. I tried to fix it, and Geed and everybody else told me, it's just, we have to wait for another version.
Oh, strange. Yeah, sounds like the turbines are overspeeding.
Exactly, everything goes crazy. It's only MP though.
Oh! So we know where it is, we know where it happens, we know what causes it, but we can't fix it.
It's in the engine. Somebody with really, some smarty pants guy with access to the base code's going to have to do something about it. The way I understand it, I don't know.
Okay, I've found you. Don't need smoke.
Okay, I'm going to make myself a little left-hand turn here to heading about 76 degrees to align ourselves with the incoming runway to our final destination, which is November Zulu Charlie Hotel and would be Christchurch International Airport. Watch me for the left turn to 76 degrees, heading bug, stand by. Maintain altitude near speed, yeah. Mark, turn to the left. heading bug 76 degrees.
Roger, flight 10,000 feet, 130 knots, turning left to 076 degrees.
Boom! Hopefully this ends up actual about 90. Oh.
Please tell me you just opened a bottle of scotch that's 20 years old.
Oh my goodness. I wished I had a bottle of scotch that was 20 years old. I'm hoping Alex will send me all of his because he can't drink anymore. Well, he can't drink any less, but
It just sounded like a Bond movie or something.
We expect you to die, Mr. Bond.
Just out of curiosity, why do you mention that?
I don't know. I never know what comes into my mind.
Okay.
It's kind of a crap show. It's kind of a crapshoot. You know, it's like, what comes through your brain? My mind. My mind is like a bear trap. Shit wanders in and gets mangled. I'd like to say it's getting better since I'm retired, but I don't think that's really true. Currently 10,000 feet, 130 knots indicated, heading bug of 76 degrees.
Bugger, I missed that. Please repeat.
Please repeat. Please say again. Currently heading bug 76 degrees, yielding an actual true heading of 100 degrees, where it's maintaining 10,000 feet, 130 knots indicated. For the present, we're going to begin descending here soon. We will begin descending at 700 feet minus 700 feet per minute in a bit. Stand by. We'll descend to about 3,000 feet.
Thanks for the readback flight. So currently 76 degrees at 130 knots, 10,000 feet.
Roger that. Runway vector is 220, so I'm going to hold this course and hold this heading until we align with the runway, and then we'll turn right. Should be right in frickin' front of us. We're 8 minutes and 54 seconds out at this point, which will change because we're actually going past the frickin' airport. With a refresh.
Do we still need to do that in these recent versions?
Yes. For some reason, it does not auto refresh. You'll be flying along and you go like, hey, wait a minute, I set fair weather and now I got all kinds of fluffy clouds and stupid, haze and stuff, and you hit refresh, tell it I want fair weather, and it just recalculates everything. I don't know why.
Okay, describe the cloud in front of you. above.
I have none. I have hay. Oh, I do. Okay, just off to my right. We'll call it my 2 o'clock. Just about level with our flight. There's a single little fluffy thing. That's all I got.
Right, just changed the fair weather. I've got a streaky stratospheric cloud that looks like a seagull's wing.
Whoa, my goodness. I just refreshed my weather and I have a lacy lady in white lingerie.
That's your fucking wife.
No, never mind. Okay, erase.
Right, leave flight gear immediately.
I'll be back. Wow.
Well, you won't be back in 10 minutes, surely.
Oh, well, you never know.
Takes me 8 minutes to get my clothes off.
Fucking old people. Oh my god.
Fucking socks take 4 minutes at least.
Oh my god. Oh, I thought I was the only one. Present heading bug 76 degrees. We're maintaining 10,000 feet. We're at 130 knots. We're actually only about 6 minutes out of, or 7 minutes out of our final destination, but we're setting ourselves up for the runway here. So let's do this. Let's keep things interesting. Let's descend at 900 feet per minute to 3,000 feet. Vertical speed minus 900 feet per minute to 3,000 feet. I mark standby. Mark descending to 3,000 feet. Maintain heading and airspeed, please.
Roger, flight maintaining 76 degrees at 130 knots, descending at 900 feet per minute.
God, that Canberra is huge. Big, fat, wide wing. Whoa, there's Flash. What happened to Flash? That's a rhetorical question. We all know what happened to Flash. I see the coastline, mateys. Flash flight gear crashed. Once again, we're looking for target altitude of 3,000 feet. We're looking for a target heading of GPS FMS 220, which will occur here in a bit. I think we're probably going to go out over the water.
Okay, cool.
Oh my
You
goodness.
better hurry up and catch up then.
Hey. Oh shit, shift day.
Or get the thing that Ollie was speaking about.
Yeah, I still can't figure out how that works, but I'm sure it
Well,
does.
I've asked him to explain it in the forum so we can all use it. But fuck knows what's going to happen with that.
I know. My problem is I don't understand shit.
But it's like when I joined the forum years ago, I got a problem. A flight gear crashes. And, was the response, give us some fucking details.
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on. Tell us what the situation is.
We still haven't solved it. Sometimes it just goes tits up.
Yeah.
I had an occurrence. I'm working on that AT-10 for Alex, and I ended up with a situation where, okay, I animated. What did I animate? I animated the flaps. Model crashes. As soon as I try to go into game, it crashes. Why? I don't know. I turned on the debugger screen or the little black thinker screen. Doesn't tell you nothing. It just goes. It just dies instantly. Turns out, for some reason, whatever I was naming that object, Flight Gear didn't like. So I had to change it to Thingy 1 and Thingy 2, and it works just fine.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a naming issue.
Right.
Weird, isn't it?
I have no idea why. I can't figure it out. It doesn't. There's no way to diagnose it. It does not like to be called port flap or starboard flap. But if you name it Thingy 1 and Thingy 2, it works just fucking fine. I don't care why. I mean, I really don't care, but it just freaks me out, that stuff. You've been working all week, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, why is this not working? And it doesn't give you any option. It just crashes. Like, loading scenery, loading scenery, loading scenery. Done. You're done. What?
Yeah.
Why? But you'll have to guess. Well, put the little black box on. Yeah, well, the little black box says, yeah, warning, convergence error, you're done. Okay. Why? I want to know why. I suppose we will. I mean, in 25 or 30 years, we'll have robots designing this stuff for us.
But don't say that.
No, don't. Well, it's going to happen, man. All right, we're flying out over the water. We're descending to 3,000 feet. Currently on 5,100 feet, maintaining 130 knots. When our little GPS FMS thing here says 210 degrees, which is in a second, we're going to execute a right turn to GPS FMS 220. Capiche?
Capiche.
Capiche.
Passing through 4,400 feet at 130 knots, heading 076 degrees.
Perfect. Watch me for the right turn to GPS FMS 220. Stand by. Mark, turning right, GPS FMS 220. Maintain descent to 3,000 feet. Maintain velocity or speed at 130 indicated, please. Canberra says, yellow smoke up my nose. Ooh, the coastline looks super sexy, eh?
What's up? I seem to have turned in tighter.
Depends on your speed. You never know. You never know! Watch me for the left turn to heading bug 190. Left turn, heading bug 190. My mark, stand by. Mark, turning left 190. Make that 180, sorry. Turn left to 180. Maintain descent to 3,000 feet. And hold. Maintain 130 knots. We're holding at 3,000 feet, kids.
Roger, flight.
This is going to be close. Watch me for a left turn, heading bug 196. 196, my mark, stand by. Mark, right turn, 196, heading bug. Hang in there at 3,000 feet. We'll begin descending at 900 feet per minute. Now. And now we get the little signal that we're right on the outer marker. Slowing speed to 120 knots. My mark, stand by. Mark, slowing down to 120. Maintain a descent rate of minus 900 feet per minute. Heading bug 196 or so about. You guys see the runway? Or not. Heading bug 195, descending at 900 feet per minute. 120 knots. Dropping a couple of flaps. Taking manual control of this crazy operation.
Runway in sight. Making final approach. Gear down.
Roger that, me too.
On center line. 155 knots.
Gear down, full flaps.
Whoever's in the commander, move.
I'm gonna turn right here.
They're rolling.
Woohoo! 8:01. Bam! Damn, boys. Damn, girls.
This is left, not right.
Did I say right? You know I'm dyslexic, right? Left? Mommy, help! Mommy, help! There's this park up area here. This is not bad. This is not bad. Back up on me, please. Thank you.
Not literally.
No, not on me. I mean, like on me, on my direction and stuff. That P-38 looks pretty good over MP, if I do say so myself. I'm impressed and happy. Here's Sonny. Oh my God. Perfect landing, like we would expect anything less from Miss Sonny. We're not worthy, doing the little bow thing. We're not worthy.
We have seen illusion and reality begin to overlap and fuse. The line between them begins to disappear.
Bingo.
Bam! Boom! Well done, children. Well done. Very, very, very well done. Awesome. Nice scenery. All right, here's where we ask...
Come on, FL Cass. Get in line.
Yeah, get in line. Here's where we ask the question we ask every weekend. Nice Canberra. God, that is an attractive airplane. I need to play with that more. Here's where we ask the question, who wants to take next week's flight? No panic. It's okay. Think about it for a minute. I'll take this silence as meaning that it's my flight next week, and that's fine because I really like it. It's fun, and I have lots of time because I'm retired and I suck. Y'all gotta work, not me. Porky, you're not working anymore, are you?
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I'll be working till I'm 80.
99 Eagles, slapped good.
If I make it that far.
Oh, you'll make it. You'll be fine.
Ah.
Good night, sir. Have a good time. Thank you.
Oh, for God's sake, get that commander over here, will you? It looks like he's in the naughty corner.
He's in the naughty corner, hiding out. He's been a naughty boy. He tried to touch somebody's arse in an impure manner. Or maybe himself in an impure manner. I don't know. You never know. Hey, you guys. Thanks for coming, kids.
Thanks,
Mwah.
Voodoo.
You're welcome. We'll see you next week.
Canberra night.
Whoa! Don't tempt me, bro. Nighty night. Sleep tight.